Bossing in Maplestory isn't for everyone, but it is one of the main ways to progress. The boss sets and accessories are crucial for progression, and it's a great source of mesos when selling the boss crystals. So this episode, we're doing some prequests. We're almost done with the Hyperburn event at this point, but we can't ignore taking advantage of more events. So we start the Abyssal Expedition event. This event allowed us to AFK for experience, gave us rewards after reaching new tiers within the event, including more XP potions and a special Abyssal Legion card. The Identisk Festival also gave us more rewards, alongside some of the other rewards we received from the other events. We cube and tier up some accessories, then get started on some boss prequests. But there's a lot of bosses in Maplestory, so we're going to get the early ones out of the way. Zakum and Hilla don't have prequests, and we completed the Temple of Time in a previous video for Pink Bean. So we start with Arcarium, going through the Silent Crusade storyline. Then we tackle Von Leon's prequest by completing the Lion King's Castle storyline, which always reminds me of party training here back when the mobs had so much HP. Moving on from Memory Lane, we start Rudibus to unlock Von Bon, Pierre, Crimson Queen, and Vellum, which are probably the first important set of bosses for our progression, since this is how we'll get our first boss set, which we have a temporary Chaos Rudibus set from the Hyperburn event, but as mentioned in one of the previous episodes, we need to replace them with permanent ones. This prequest required us to complete the normal difficulties of all 4 bosses 5 times to unlock the Chaos versions, but you could only clear them once a day, so it took us 5 days. During that time, we make a Lara to Mega Burn for more Legion and Link skills, using events to speed up the process. We also made a Zero because this character isn't always available to create, but turns out it's now permanently available. Then we use some XP potions from events to level our Mercedes and Arc, getting them to level 210 to get level 3 Link skills, and start leveling our Demon Avenger using more of the XP events. With that done, we go back to Memory Lane to complete the prequest for Cygnus. Similar to Lion King's Castle, the Night Stronghold storyline sends me back to party training. But not just that, the Empress boss set was the first endgame set back in the day, so being able to get your hands on it was a huge deal until Magnus came out, which is the next boss we unlock by starting the 2 Pantheon questline. Next, we finished the Light of Chaos prequest in Ludibrium to unlock Papilladus. And there's so many memories being in this area, but we're going to refrain from being too nostalgic for the sake of the video. We left off last episode completing Moonbridge, where we got to see another weekly boss, Gloom. So we continue to the level 250 area, the Labyrinth of Suffering, where we get a taste of Hard Hilla. Then we finish the final level 255 area, Limina, where we get to check out Darknell and our first monthly boss, the Black Mage. All the bosses unlocked during the Arcane River is going to be super challenging, especially for a casual player with no hands, such as myself. But they are all extremely helpful for progression in terms of the gear they drop. After clearing normal Rudibus 5 times to unlock the Chaos versions, we take on all 4 doors. I'll post a video for those of you who wanted longer videos on the channel, where you can watch as we take on the 4 doors of Chaos Rudibus. After all the events, dailies, weeklies, and completing the Arcane River, we finished the Hyperburn event and got to level 260. So now we can get our 6th job and move on to Cernium, where there's so much more content I have never experienced is waiting for us. But that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next episode.